Ho, ho, ho. No, that's not Meghan Markle talking about her Soho days, y'all. That's Meghan Markle in her Santa Claus hat dropping her brand new 2025 holiday collection for her As Ever brand. We have jellies, champagne, and brand new candles, but what we don't have is a bargain. Has Meghan Markle gone a little bit too bougie and priced her fans out of the market? You guys, we're going to talk about Meghan Markle's holiday launch for her As Ever brand, the things that she did right, the things that she did wrong, and my predictions for the future of her As Ever brand. You guys, we have a lot of juicy royal daily tea to get through today, so you know what to do. Sit back and relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get into the royal daily tea. So I was really curious as to if Netflix was planning to market Meghan Markle's cooking show anytime soon, because Meghan Markle is having a holiday special coming out some point in November. We just have no clue when it's happening. So I thought, okay, since Meghan Markle dropped her holiday launch on October 28th, it has to be coming relatively soon, or at least Netflix is going to start marketing her cooking show because they want to get a jump on it, right? They want people to be interested and to tune in, especially since season 2 was such a flop, right? So I go to Netflix, I type in "with love, Meghan Markle." Her cooking show comes up on the top left, and you have the Harry Meghan documentary. Then, of course, we have Taylor Swift, Pamela Anderson right underneath her, and you scroll farther down and we have Victoria Beckham. I kind of felt like Netflix was doing a little bit of trolling. But what we didn't see was anything called "coming soon" or "what's next" or "I think you will like." Netflix likes to do these categories and they like to advertise shows that are coming in the next week, sometimes even up to a month in advance. With Meghan Markle, it's like crickets. It's like it's a secret. Nobody wants to talk about it. Now, again, this is a woman who has a partnership with Netflix. They have invested money in her As Ever brand. Her holiday special is going to go hand in hand with her new holiday launch. You would think because Netflix has got skin in the game, they would be putting out all of the stops. It would be all over Netflix. Coming soon, Meghan Markle's holiday special, where you get to look at her overpriced items and watch her gift wrap. Nothing, okay? Crickets. It's really weird. It's like Netflix is saying, we give up, Meghan. So Meghan apparently is doing all the marketing now herself, which is kind of a switch because the girl usually doesn't do any marketing. So she's gone over to Instagram and she's released quite a few videos teasing about her new product launch and, of course, showing her gift wrapping and being all festive about the holiday season. But again, no clue when this new holiday special is dropping. I find it very weird that these two people, these two connections, Netflix and Meghan, they don't talk to each other, kind of like Harry and Meghan, two entities in a very close relationship that don't talk to one another. They don't work well together. They're not synced. Again, Netflix is treating Meghan like the redheaded stepchild that nobody wants at dinner. They're supposed to be in a partnership. Why are they not marketing the heck out of this upcoming holiday special? They did a lot of marketing for Victoria Beckham. They have not done hardly any marketing for season 2 of Meghan Markle's cooking show, and that was a disaster. And now we have the holiday special, which is probably her last show, where it's going to have a lot of heavy product placement. And again, Netflix is heavily invested in the business, but they act like they don't even like her, they don't know her, and they want her to go away. What are your thoughts, guys, on the fact we still have no clue when Meghan Markle's holiday special is dropping? My personal opinion is going to be on a random Tuesday or Wednesday relatively soon, and it's going to be another flop. So today we're going to talk about Meghan Markle's 2025 holiday launch. We're going to go through her website and we're going to give a business analysis of her website, her products, and her product launch, what she did right and what she did wrong. So coming from a professional web designer and marketer, I can 100% tell you I do believe her website is a massive improvement. The photographs are beautiful. So whoever designed her website and took the photographs, they get a gold star. They really did up the quality of the photographs and they up the quality of the design. So I have to give it to her. It is more aesthetically pleasing and her website is also easier to navigate. So when you go to her website, the big header photograph with her brand new holiday collection, I think it was done very well. The layout was well, it was aesthetically pleasing, and I like the fact that the packaging looks a little Christmassy. I do like the header of her website. The other thing I think she did really, really well is she introduced categories on her website. She kind of broke down hot drinks, spreads. She has her signature fruit spread gift sets, her candles, her honey set, and of course her brand new sparkling wine. So I do have to give her an A+ on the fact that her website really does look good compared to the past. The other thing that she also did that I thought was a good thing, she finally got rid of all of those products that were sold out or coming soon. That was so annoying to constantly go to the website and see sold out or coming soon. Nobody wants to see dormant, dead products on a website collecting dust with tumbleweeds blowing through and teasing you what you can't have. Always remove sold out products. It's just very annoying for the consumer. And Meghan Markle left it on there forever. The other thing that she did right was she made holiday gift sets. So from a marketing standpoint, you always want to have a gift set for the holidays. She did that part correctly. The pricing we're going to talk about. But I like the fact that she did open up gift sets so people can buy a variety of jams. That, of course, is one of the #1 marketing things for the holidays. Now, she did finally restock her raspberry jam. I mean, it's been waiting months for this thing to finally be restocked. She always called that her hero product, yet it just sat there saying, coming soon, like for 3 months. So finally now her customers can get the raspberry jam separately, the orange marmalade separately, but if you want to get the brand new strawberry flavor, you have to buy it in the kit. So that is a marketing tactic to make people spend more money. If you want to get a certain flavor, you can only get it in the kit. That is a marketing tactic. However, I don't agree with the price. And that's something we're going to get into in a moment. So again, just coming from a marketing website standpoint, she really did a good job with the photographs. The layout of the website is aesthetically pleasing. And the gift sets are always a very smart thing to do for the holidays. Now let's get into the products themselves. So Meghan Markle has released a couple of brand new products. She has a brand new honey. It is a sage honey with honeycomb, which does sound interesting. And then she has her honey kit, which has her other 2 flavors of honey. She also has some brand new spiced cider muling. It's a spice kit for $16. So she does have 2 of these little spiced cider kits. She has her flower sprinkles, and then of course she has her jellies, which you can get the raspberry, the orange marmalade, no apricot, but if you want to get the strawberry, again, you're forced to buy that trio. She also has her teas restocked, but the 2 items that she does not have stocked are the sugar cookies and the crepes, which is interesting. If we're gearing up for the holidays, why not have everything available? I do think that's a missed opportunity, especially since Meghan Markle has been marketing crepes the entire week on her Instagram, yet she's not going to offer crepes to her customer. Again, the woman does not know how to do marketing. Now, the other thing that really caught my eye, of course, was the pricing. She raised her prices on all of her products, literally raised her pricing. So Meghan Markle clearly is living in a rich person bubble and doesn't realize that people are struggling. In my personal opinion, it's a little too bougie for most people's budget. People are having a very hard time. So you look at her trio of jelly spreads, it's basically $12 a piece. Meghan Markle used to sell her jellies for $9, and you paid $12 with the commemorative packaging. So now you're paying $3 more and you're getting less. You're not getting a box with the item. So she's kind of ripping off her customers and, pocketing the extra money. And I can tell you guys, that jam is small. It is 7.6 ounces. It's tiny. It is very, very small for $12. And it's not good. Now, I haven't tasted the other 3 flavors, but the apricot spread was not good. It was $9. I paid $20 because I got the commemorative packaging with the shipping. But here, she's raised her prices $3 a jam. I don't understand why you're raising your prices and you're giving them less product. But if you want to get a box, you could get the signature fruit spread for $42. So you're basically paying, what, $6 for a box? A box that, are people going to keep this box? Is this a commemorative box? Wouldn't most people throw this away? Why would you spend $6 more just to get a box? So to me, I think Meghan Markle has delusions of grandeur, that she's a high luxury brand, but most of her customers shop at Ross, TJ Maxx, Target, Walmart. I mean, we're all on a budget here. And I think she's trying to compare herself to Harrods and the bigger department stores. And that's a major problem. Her honeys used to sell for $28. They're now selling for $32 a piece. Again, she raised her prices $4. That's insane to me. I don't understand her pricing. It's the same product. Why would you raise it $4 more for the holidays? That makes 0 cents. Her spiced cider mulling kit, $16 or 5 servings. Yeah, it's kind of chintzy. I've seen other ones for about $10 and you get twice as much. Again, I believe Meghan Markle is really overpricing her products, and I think that's going to be a problem. Now, the 2 items that people are talking about has to be her sparkling wine and her brand new signature candles. Her 2 candles are supposed to be, one is after her wedding anniversary on 5/19, and the other is her birth date, 8/4. Yeah, because Meghan is such a narcissist, right? The signature candles are $64 a piece. Now, other people have said, there are some name brand candles out there that are twice as much and they're twice as expensive. Yeah, I'm sure there are, but they're also very established luxury brands who are worth the quality. Is Meghan Markle and her private label candle worth $64? Now, again, it is a very tiny candle. So the signature candle number 519 is Moroccan mint, cardamom, and tea leaves. It says, our signature scent, modern and elegant, love at first light. Number 519, again, selling the love story, the salt and the pepper, the peanut butter and the jelly. She just really loves to sell the 2 palm trees, doesn't she? It says number 519 is the feeling of warm sunshine, blue skies, surrounded by love and laughter. Yes, that just sums up Harry and Meghan perfectly. The signature candle is inspired by the ease and joy of the day, oh my God, that holds Meghan's most cherished memories, her wedding day. Are we talking about wedding number 1 or wedding number 2? May 19th. Bright, refreshing, with quietly grounding notes of Moroccan mint leaf, white tea leaves, and back note of woodsy cardamom. Number 519 fills the room with a soothing, welcoming fragrance, because Meghan is so warm and lovely, that remains our founder's tried and true favorite. Housed in a beautiful ceramic vessel, vessel. This candle is hand poured in California, a refreshing scent to rise with like a cup of mint tea and to relax with like the warm company of the ones you love. Oh my God. Number 519 evokes the freshness of the day in the English countryside. You know, the place that Meghan hates. A long walk in the garden and a spirit of happiness that is hard to resist. For $64, there better be birds chirping in my room. There better be a nice breeze coming in there, girlfriend, because that's a lot of money to spend on a candle. Let's just go the details. 8.5 ounces. That's not a very big candle, guys. That's a tiny candle. So the feedback that I see from her fans online is that some people are a little hesitant to spend $64 on a candle they've never smelled before, especially this timing, and we're going to get into that. So that's just the main products. Now let's go to her new sparkling wine. A lot of people were talking about this new sparkling wine. Now again, Meghan Markle has not sold out of her last 2 batches of wine. So now she has a sparkling wine, which she is selling for $89. It's a 2021 vintage Napa Valley Brut. Again, it's almost $100. That's a very high priced sparkling wine, especially for a first run. No one has tasted your sparkling wine. There are no reviews. So to ask people to hawk out $90, that's a gamble. And again, champagne is not like wine. Once you pop the cork, I don't think you can put the cork back in and drink it. So you got to drink it in one go, right? I think that's really risky and it's very overpriced in my opinion. Now, again, Meghan Markle has offered her other wines you can now buy individually for $35 a pop. She raised the price of her products $5. What is wrong with this woman? Again, does this woman not know about the economy? Now, I did a wine test on Meghan Markle's 2024 Napa Valley Rosé, which was her second batch of wine, which was $30 a pop at the time, and you were forced to buy 3, 6, and 12. Now, Meghan has made it available for single purchase, which I said was always a good idea. So you could buy one of her wines each for $35. The problem is Meghan Markle is forcing people once again to spend a certain amount of money. There's a $75 order minimum and a flat $20 shipping fee. So basically you're still going to spend $100 even if you just got 2 bottles of wine. Basically she's forcing you to buy 3 bottles of wine to get the $75 order minimum because the wine is separate from the products. You would have to, I think you have to check out 2 different places. I'm not sure. You have the alcohol side and the product side. So you have to spend $75 and $20 shipping. So you can either get the sparkling wine on its own, or you can get the sparkling and a wine or 3 bottles of her wine. So she's forcing people to spend a lot of money. So the problem with Meghan Markle, in my personal opinion, her products are way too expensive. And that's a problem considering the timing that we're in right now and the economy that we're in. People are struggling. The economy is not going great. A lot of people are losing benefits. A lot of people are getting laid off their jobs. And the timing of her holiday launch is kind of weird, launching it before Halloween. Now, most people this time of year, they're not thinking about Christmas gifts, guys. They're not thinking about Christmas gifts. They're trying to get through Halloween. Then they got to worry about Thanksgiving. A lot of people have family, they have cooking, they have cleaning. Most people don't even get into the Christmas spirit until the week after Thanksgiving, or actually the day after, which is Black Friday. That is when people start looking around for bargains, for deals, and start putting money aside for the holidays. But people in America are very big on Thanksgiving, so they just want to get through Thanksgiving. And then they're going to put the tree up. Then they're going to start looking for bargains. But most people are not going to pay $65 for a candle they've never smelled, that's a very expensive gift for somebody. And most stores, they do huge sales around Black Friday. We're on October 28th. So are people going to invest full price, or are they going to wait until Black Friday and see if they can get a bargain? The problem with Meghan Markle is she's too bougie for her britches. She's trying to be uppity. She thinks that she's highbrow luxury items. And she could have been a highbrow luxury items, but she's made several mistakes. Meghan Markle made a mistake when she first came out with her brand because she was trying to do too much. And she's done too much too soon. She made the mistake of saying, jam is my jam, and coming out with a spread. Then she came out with a whole bunch of really chintzy, cheap, private label products. Why? We didn't need to have the sugar cookies, we didn't need the sprinkles, and we didn't need a crepe mix or that crappy tea. What she should have done is come out the gate with her 3 or 4 flavors of a highbrow honey and a highbrow jam. And she should have presented it in nice boxes like she's doing for the holidays. She should have just came out with 1, maybe 2 products, and that's it. Make them very, very high class, make them done exceptionally well, focus on the packaging, and make it where it's just 1 or 2 items. All those other things were just cheap, chintzy fillers. You know, that private label sugar cookie and the little sprinkles that look like gerbil food and the cheap tea, that look like stuff you see on the bin when you're checking out at TJ Maxx or Ross and you're like, oh, I think I'll pick up some sugar cookies. It's cheap products. You cannot put cheap private label products and then act like you're a luxury item. You're not. You confuse people with what you're offering. You act like you're so down to earth, and I run around barefoot and I do the baby mama dance. But I'm a duchess. I'm a royal. I'm so high class. Come spend $70 on a candle. It's like, no, you don't represent $70 worth of a candle. So she really kind of screwed herself trying to be cheap and classy and highbrow and lowbrow, and everyone was confused. What is your brand? Who is your customer? Meghan does not know who her customer is, because I can tell you it's middle class, and they're hesitating. Her store, as of right now, which is almost 9 o'clock in the morning, almost 24 hours after her holiday launch, has not sold out. It's not surprising that it hasn't sold out, and it hasn't sold out for several reasons. One, she's doing too many products, too many times, too soon. She's had 3 wine launches, and now she's just launched a sparkling wine. She's had 4 jelly launches, and now she has a new flavor. The problem is the people who are her fans, they probably got already 3 to 6 bottles of her janky wine in their fridge, in their cabinet. They haven't probably gone through all of the wine. They're good. They don't care to try the new flavors. They have all this wine left over. Those jellies, maybe they're collecting all the jellies, okay? Maybe they're trying to buy them individually. But again, how many new flavors of jam can people run out and pay $12 for just to have a jelly? And they don't even get the packaging anymore. So if people wanted to collect the keepsake boxes for each of the jellies, they're SOL. They can't even get that anymore. Then she has a hugely overpriced candle and a hugely overpriced sparkling wine, forcing people to spend $100. Again, all of her fans, the people who rushed out to buy the first and the second and the third batch of wine, they probably have so much wine left over, they're done. Not to mention, it's October. People aren't spending this type of money right now. They're trying to get through the holidays. Again, people don't shop for Christmas until around Black Friday, and people want a budget product. Meghan raised her prices to where I believe they're kind of unaffordable. It's not a deal. If you put items in a package, normally you lower the price to entice people to spend more. Meghan is charging exactly $36, which is the price of 3 jellies or jams or spreads individually. The only reason why people would buy the trio is because they can get the strawberry flavor. But what she should have done is she should have made it cheaper to buy the kit and also provide the strawberry jam. But again, she kept it the exact same price, which didn't make any sense to me. Again, that the pricing, I'm not understanding why she raised her price on all of her products. And this is a holiday launch. So is she going to have a Black Friday sale? I hope she does, because she's not going to be moving the product the way that she thinks that she is. So Meghan is going to have a really hard time moving product. Overpriced products, no bargain, and her fans, they're getting priced out of the market. She is too bougie for her followers. So the fact that Meghan Markle thinks that she's bougie and she's luxury and that people are going to invest in her products, I think she's going to have a hard time. I think reality is going to start sinking in, and you're going to see some massive sales coming in around the holidays, because Meghan is not going to move the large amount of products, quote unquote, large products, that she was in the past. Again, she is a gimmicky novelty shop and she's running out of sparkle. Meghan Markle has no sparkle, and I think she's going to have a very hard time selling out of these products. So we have no clue when her holiday show is going to drop on Netflix. I think it's coming out sometime this month. But again, it seems a little weird that she dropped her products before Halloween. So what do you guys think of Meghan Markle's holiday drop, her brand new products, and her pricing? Do you think Meghan Markle is going to have a sellout? Do you think it's going to be a success, or do you think it's going to be another flop? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.